Shabbat Shalom. And yes, I know I have not done one of these in a long time, and I don't even know how long it's been, to be quite honest with you. Actually, I can tell you because I have it pulled up over here. 2 months ago. So yeah, 2 months since I've done one of these, and I will get into some excuses if you care to have them. They're really bad excuses, because all excuses are like, never mind, that's a bad joke for this video. Anyway, today we are going to be starting right where I left off. The last videos in the playlist you will see was left off at Exodus 30. And the last video was actually Exodus 29 and 30, or Shemot, if you're using the scriptures as I do. So yeah, if you're new to this kind of thing, I will be trying to not butcher Hebrew words and Hebrew names, but I will be doing just that nonetheless, so bear with me. And yeah, thank you guys for being here. I don't know, I enjoy these readings, and just to be quite honest with you, I know I'm supposed to still be doing this, but I've kind of just been shirking my responsibilities. Shirking. That's a word from Seinfeld. Alright. If you have the same version of the scriptures, I'm on page 91, Exodus, or Shemot 31, Shemoth, I don't know. And before I get started, I am partaking in the holy water, also known as coffee. And yeah, I know Yeti's been getting some hate for something or another. I don't care, I don't pay attention. I've had this before then, and I like this cup. A large corporation's political views just don't even care. Alright, Exodus 31, I shall start reading and stop talking. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, See, I have called by name Bezalel, son of Uri, son of Hur, of the tribe of Yehudah, or Judah, if you have another translation. And I have filled him with the spirit of Elohim in wisdom, and in understanding, and in knowledge, and in all work, to make designs for work in gold and silver and in bronze. I guess a little bit of backtracking here just for a minute. We have been going through the construction of the tabernacle. And sorry, I have a kind of a leaky nose, so that's going to be a thing for this video. We've been going over the construction of the tabernacle, and reading it is somewhat tedious to me, because measurements and how many pieces of cloth to this and that, it's tedious to me. So I try to get through it as quickly as I can. But yeah, verse 5, chapter 31, verse 5. And in cutting stones for setting, and in carving wood, and to work in all work. And I have appointed him with Oholab, son of Ashamach, of the tribe of Dan. Thank you, Dan, for having a good name. And I have put wisdom in the hearts of everyone who is wise-hearted, and they shall make all that I have commanded you. See, at this point, Yahweh is commanding how they are to build this thing, and he has instructed Moses, or Moshe, that he's going to put it in the hearts of certain people, in their hearts, to be skilled workers, and they're going to, you know, be not just your everyday worker, but the best of what they're doing here. All right, 7. The tent of appointment, and the ark of the witness, and the lid of atonement that is on it, and all the utensils of the tent, and the table and its utensils, and the clean gold lampstands with all of its utensils, and the slaughter place of incense, and the slaughter place of ascending offering, with all of its utensils, basin and its stand, and the woven garments, and the set-apart garments for Aaron the priest, and the garments of his sons for serving as priests, and the anointing oil and sweet incense for the set-apart place, according to all that I have commanded you. They are all to do. Or they are to do. Not all to do, but they are to do. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, And you speak to the children of Israel, saying, My Sabbaths you are to guard by all means, for it is a sign between me and you. This is the Father speaking to us here. This is a sign between him and us. and you throughout your generations, to know that I, Yahweh, am setting you apart. Guard your Sabbath. And you shall guard the Sabbath, for it is set apart to you. Everyone who profanes it shall certainly be put to death. For anyone who does work on it, that being shall be cut off from among his people. 6 days work is done, and on the seventh is a Sabbath of rest, set apart to Yahweh. Everyone doing work on the Sabbath day shall certainly be put to death. And the children of Israel shall guard the Sabbath, to perform the Sabbath throughout their generations as an everlasting covenant. Throughout your generations, everlasting. Just, if you can find the page that tells me that everlasting and throughout your generations just suddenly was just cut off, please share it with me, because I've looked, I haven't found it. Just saying. All right, 17. Between me and the children of Israel is a sign forever. For in 6 days Yahweh made the heavens and the earth, and on the seventh day he rested and was refreshed. Has anybody ever kept the Sabbath? Have you worked 6 days and kept the Sabbath for your seventh day? I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be the same day everyone else does it. It doesn't necessarily have to. I don't think that's the point of it. I think is you work 6 days and you take your day off. It says guard his Sabbath. We don't really have the same calendar they had back then, so we can't know exactly when. But you know, the seventh day of our week is Saturday. So just saying there. Anyway, moving on. We can go more into Sabbaths if anybody wants to. I could recommend videos for you. And when he had ended speaking with him on Mount Sinai, he gave Moshe 2 tablets of the witness, tablets of stone, written with the finger of Elohim. The tablets, the 10 Commandment tablets, as they are said. There's way more than 10, by the way. And, yeah, now Moshe, he's got his big old tablets. He's, you know, Father did his thing there. We got the rules. Now he's going to go back home, where all these people are waiting for him at the base of this mountain. So, that takes us into Exodus 32. It looks like it's going to be a short one, so we might get more than that today because the sun hasn't quite set. It's getting there. It's almost the evening time. Evening time, Friday evening, for me is Sabbath. I do need to go, and actually, I have a video uploading. This video will just automatically upload after I push the buttons. So, yeah, no more work for me after I'm done with this, really. These are easy videos. No editing. So, yeah, I'm getting started here on 32. But coffee break, and we'll see how fast I can read it. Because I'm really serious about my Sabbath. I'm really serious. It irritates me when somebody tries to get me to do stuff on my Sabbath. It really is. It really, really does irritate me. All right. 32. And when the people saw that Moshe was so long in coming down from the mountain, the people gathered together to Aaron and said to him, Arise, make us mighty ones who go before us. For this Moshe, the man who brought us up out of the land of Mitzrayim, Egypt, we do not know what has become of him. See, the people are getting restless. You know, dude's been up on the mountain for weeks now. Weeks. And they're getting restless. Like, all right, he abandoned us, so let's just go do something stupid. All right, 2. And Aaron said to them, Take off the golden earrings which are in the ears of your wives, your sons, your daughters, and bring them to me. Now, Aaron, this is Moshe's brother, Moses. This is his brother. And he had one job. We could go back and review, but yeah, just watch the previous videos. The guy had one job, all right? So Aaron tells them to take off all their gold jewelry, and all the people took off the golden earrings which were in their ears and brought them to Aaron. And he took this from their hand, and he formed it with an engraving tool and made a molded calf, a baby cow. And they said, This is your mighty one, O Israel, that brought you out of the land of Mitzrayim. So the guy just made a golden cow. And he's telling everyone that this is the God that brought them out of Egypt. Guy had one job. Just saying. I done lost my place. Yeah, anyway. Verse 5, 32 verse 5. And Aaron saw and built a slaughter place before this golden calf. And Aaron called out and said, now this thing has to be pretty big, this calf, because he built a slaughter place before it. And Aaron called out and said, tomorrow is a festival to Yahweh. And they rose early on the next day and offered ascending offerings and brought peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play. And Yahweh said to Moshe, go get down, for your people whom you brought out of the land of Mitzrayim have corrupted themselves. He's like, you better go deal with that. It's like having a bunch of kids. This is what I'm seeing here. They're just like dealing with a bunch of kids. 8. And they have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. They have made themselves a molded calf and have bowed themselves to it and slaughtered to it and said, this is your mighty one, O Israel, who brought you out of the land of Mitzrayim. And Yahweh said to Moshe, I have seen this people, and see, it is a stiff-necked people. And now let me alone, that my wrath might burn against them, and I consume them, and I make of you a great nation. They done ticked Dad off. And Dad's so ticked off, he said, now listen here. I brought you into this world, I can take you out. And I can make another one look just like you. That's what he said. That's what I would have said. But Moshe pleaded with Yahweh, his Elohim, and said, Yahweh, why does your wrath burn against your people, whom you have brought out of the land of Mitzrayim with great power and with a strong hand? Why should the Mitzrayites speak and say, for evil he brought them out to kill them in the mountains, and to consume them from there the face of the earth? Turn from the heat of your wrath, and relent from this evil to your people. Moshe, man, he just says it how he sees it, I guess. You don't care who he's talking to. Because I don't know if I could do that. Listen here, man. I mean, you're talking to the Father. 13. Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, your servants, to whom you swore by yourself, and said to them, I increase your seed like the stars of the heavens. And all this land that I have spoken of I give to your seed, and they shall inherit it forever. And Yahweh relented from his evil, which he said he would do to his people. The Father relented from his evil. That's what it says. And Moshe turned out and went down from the mountain. Somebody's in trouble. And in his hand were the 2 tablets of the witness, tablets written on both their sides, written one on another. And the tablets were the work of Elohim, and the writing was the writing of Elohim engraved on the tablets. And Joshua heard the noise of the people as they shouted, and he said to Moshe, a noise of battle in the camp. But he said, it is not the sound of those who shout of might, nor it is the sound of those who cry out in weakness, but the sound of singing that I hear. And it came to be, as soon as he came near the camp, that he saw the calf and the dancing. And Moshe's displeasure burned, and he threw the tablets out of his hands and broke them at the foot of the mountain. So he broke the tablets that the Father created, because he's seen this big golden cow and everybody's worshiping it and dancing around it like a bunch of cultists. Yeah, I guess pretty much, yeah. So, and yeah, he's ticked. 20. And he took the calf which they had made and burned it in the fire and ground it into powder. And then scattered it on the face of the water and made the children of Israel drink it. Now that's some punishment. And Moshe said to Aaron, What did this people do to you that you have brought so great a sin upon them? What'd they do to you that you made them sin so much? That's what Moshe's asking his brother. What'd they do? And Aaron said, do not let the displeasure of my master burn. You know the people, that it is in evil. And they said to me, make us mighty ones who go before us. For this Moshe, the man who brought us out of the land of Mitzrayim, we do not know what has become of him. And I said to them, whoever has gold, let them take it off. And they gave it to me, and I threw it into the fire, and this calf came out. I need to wrap my brain around that one for a second. No, you just said, I threw the gold in the fire and the calf came out. I mean, it just happened. He didn't carve it or anything like it said in the previous. Excuse me. The calf just came out of it. It's like talking to a 2-year-old. 25. And Moshe saw that the people were let loose, for Aaron had let them loose to their shame among their enemies. And Moshe stood in the entrance of the camp and said, who is for Yahweh? Come to me. And all the sons of Levi gathered themselves to him. And he said to them, thus said Yahweh, Elohim of Israel, each one put his sword on his side, pass over to and fro, from the gate to gate in the camp, and each one kill his brother, and each one his friend, and each one his relative. And the sons of Levi did according to the word of Moshe. And about 3,000 of the people fell that day. 3,000 people fell that day. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, bad comment. I'm not even going to go there. 29. And Moshe said, you are ordained for Yahweh today, since each one has been against his son and his brother, so as to bring upon you a blessing today. And it came to be on the next day that Moshe said to the people, you have sinned a great sin. And now I am going up to Yahweh, if I might atone for your sin. He's going to try to atone for all of their sins. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? And Moshe returned to Yahweh and said, oh, these people have sinned a great sin, and have made for themselves a mighty one of gold. And now, if you would forgive their sin, but if not, please blot me out of your book which you have written. The book of life, I believe it is referred to as. And Yahweh said to Moshe, whoever has sinned against me, I blot him out of my book. And now go, lead the people to the place which I have spoken to you. See, my messenger goes before you, and in the day of my visitation I shall visit their sin upon them. And Yahweh plagued the people, because they made the calf, because of the calf of which Aaron made. I'm going to go ahead and stop there at 33. I am going to pick up 33 next week because I'm instructed to do so. I will get back to my videos next week. It's been a very busy week. If you watched the video that was probably uploaded or will be uploaded right after I'm done recording this, it's already uploading, so it'll be there sooner or later. It's just a channel update, really. Yeah. Sabbath. I really just need a break. My brain is fried. I've just been doing so much with running back and forth in numbers, and yeah, I managed to get the vehicle situation taken care of, but now I have to pay for it, so that's not an easy task. Nothing is as of late, but I will have hope. I will keep faith. I will pray, and I'll get back to it. It's a beautiful sunset. I might just finish my coffee and watch the rest of the sunset. I might. But, like I stated in the beginning, I just been having faith conflicts, I guess, is the best way to describe it. It's just, I felt very conflicted. And it's my own fault, and I realize that now, but it's been my own fault the whole stupid time, of my own perceptions. My own perceptions is what's causing my issues, because I became very angry at just, you know, this in general and these things, and I just, yeah, I don't like them, and yeah, and I just became very angry, and it was just like, it can all just blank off and blah 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 blah, yeah, and yeah, and that's pretty much how that's gone. Now, I've read some comments of people saying that I only used my faith, or I only had faith when I needed it, when I was in a hard time, but that's not true. It's not. My faith has fluctuated. I will say fluctuated, where it's easier some days and it's harder other days. And I went through a spell there, or just, you know, a time period of it just being a lot harder than it was easier. But I feel that I'm coming to the other side of that now, because it's getting easier. And if I'm not right with myself, and if I'm not right with this in myself, then I don't feel comfortable reading it on here. So that's where I've been. Alright. Shabbat Shalom. See you next week on these. I'll be here. Coffee.